Hello and welcome everybody. Ready, replay, back at it again. Back at it again. Suffering succotash, I thought I saw Putty Tat. The Carolina Panthers are in town tonight. Sunday Night Football, US Bank Stadium, must-win team, must-win game for this team if they want to stay atop the NFC playoff picture for that number one, or in this case, number 2 seed, because if they lose tonight, Carolina will maybe even jump them. It all depends on the playoff picture, which will become available next week. So a must-win for both of these teams, and the Falcons are rooting for neither of these teams to win because of said playoff seeding. I hope the Panthers lose to Seattle. Okay, I'll cut that out. I just read it. Oops. Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Seeding. So, what we usually do, we'll take a look at the injury report for both teams. DJ Wadham still nursing those broken ribs. He will be out for 2 more weeks. And then, of course, Jaquelin Roy will get him back. 2 weeks to go in the regular season. Oh, boy. So, for that playoff push, hopefully it doesn't come down to that. Hopefully we can lock up not only the division, but that second or first seed, depending on what the not the Broncos, but the Buccaneers do. And for the Panthers, see what they want to do. Oh gosh. Okay, Yetur Gross-Matos, that's what we're going to go for it. That's what we're going to say. Right end, broken ribs as well. He will miss this game as well. Otherwise, they are pretty much all healthy. The Minnesota Vikings have made some moves this week, and we will go over them right now. The Minnesota Vikings get Chaz Surratt back to their practice squad. Andrew Humphrey was signed. Bruce McIntyre, wide receiver. Simi Fehoko, the 6'4" wide receiver, pretty fast too for his size, was signed to the practice squad. Aaron Robinson was signed to the practice squad, and then we get D'Angelo McIntosh after he was signed by the Bears. Just prior, I believe just prior to the trade deadline, and then released last week, so we get him back on the practice squad. So we'll see if anybody snipes these guys coming up after this game. Simi Fehoko is a very, very interesting story. I will real quickly, we're going to take a look at his player profile. I don't want to say anything. Oh, that's not right. We'll go to the practice squad, please. Thank you. Having a little issues here. I'm not going to say anything, but 6'4", 222, second-year guy out of Stanford. He's got pretty good measurables. 91 speed, 89 acceleration, 85 catching, 82 in traffic. It's just the route running isn't there. Maybe he could be brought in for a special teams guy. He's ranked number 212th in the league in terms of the wide receivers. I'm not going to say he's going to make a roster spot this season or next, but I do believe, yeah, he would be a 5th string on this team now that Scotty Miller is here. Yeah, but the team has done that before. They'll sign somebody off the practice squad and trade. That's what we did with KJ Osborne. That's how Isaiah Hodgins, or no, Dan Chisena, my bad, got here. After trading KJ Osborne away. So, who's to say, but he would be the 4th stringer on this current team of very, very deep wide receivers. Just kidding. In the North, the NFC North, that is, the Packers are 4-6. The Lions are 3-7, and the Bears are 3-7. We will see what shakes loose. NFL playoff picture will be released after this game. We'll take a look at that. We'll break it all down for you. Kickoff. Sunday Night Football is next. And welcome into US Bank Stadium. The site for tonight's Sunday Night Football game. There he is, JJ, Justin Jefferson, J Jets, whatever you want to call him, the gritty master. And here comes Van Dyke. He will be the opposing quarterback. Of course, Christian McCaffrey, part of this team as well. Sunday Night Football, US Bank Stadium. The glass roof, the doors are open. It's going to be great. Moments ago, Panthers took the field, and live look in at the Minnesota Vikings being ready to be introduced. Anthony Richardson coming onto the field. 3 touchdowns, no picks in the last game against those pesky Denver Broncos, I do believe. So for the Vikings, obviously, got to get a win here. But so do the Panthers. They are hungry as well. 20 sacks on their season. 10 interceptions. Of course, the Vikings lead the league in team turnovers. But they're going to look to build on that here this evening. All the teams look ready. Final hype-ups have been delivered. Joey Sly will tee the ball up. Eventually. There you go, Joey. A kicker who will not be on this roster come next season. CJ Ham getting Minnesota Vikings fans into it. Joey Sly, left hand raised to the sky. Minnesota won the toss, elected to defer. And kablamo, we are underway in probably one of the most important games of the season for both of these teams. And here he comes, rookie quarterback Tyler Van Dyke. 24-58 yardage, 21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So him and Will Levis in that NFC South division having a hell of a season. Of course, Levis having more touchdowns than him, but it's neither here or there. Christian McCaffrey in the backfield for this 1st and 10 from the 25. Minnesota will scheme for him, and Harrison Smith will bring him down, loss of 1 to start the game. And Harrison Smith gets into it. What a strong safety, probably the best in the NFL today, as coming down and playing that linebacker spot. It's not too bad in coverage either. He leads this team in tackles. So Van Dyke will be in the shotgun. Throws left, caught, and the tight end will get just short of the first down. It'll be Gilbert. Now Minnesota has commitment issues with the blitz, just can't overcommit here. And Van Dyke goes down. It is Danielle Hunter having his presence be felt. They overcommitted. They only dropped 3. And Danielle Hunter sneaks free. My goodness, 2.3 seconds from snap to sack. Nelly. And here we go, the first punt of the game. And Carolina only amassing 4 yards on that first drive. Wong Wu will get it from around the 30. Try and do some fancy footwork. Take it up to the 35. And here comes Anthony Richardson. Definitely padded his touchdowns last week. 3,741 yards, 31 touchdowns against 30 picks. Not a good stat line for the rookie, but he will take it. Well, he has no choice. He has to. And we'll see what Minnesota wants to do to start this thing out. Dalvin Cook becoming such a focal point in this offense. Richardson surveys the defense, looking left to right, approaches under center. He's got Dalvin behind him. It does go to Dalvin. He will be held to a 1-yard loss. And Brent Burns is in there for the tackle. So Richardson will retreat back into the shotgun for this 2nd and 11. Gets the snap. Throws left, caught Laporta. He gets chopped down, but he'll get some of that yardage back. Good for 7. And we keep talking about it. The chemistry between Richardson and Laporta is just so good. As he sends the aforementioned tight end in motion. Right side. Gets the snap. Short throw, overthrows Laporta. He was under a bit of pressure. My goodness. And Minnesota will be forced to punt it away. So 3 and outs for both teams. Minnesota amassing 6 yards of offense against Carolina's 4. Joey Porter Jr. trying to pin him deep, and it goes into the end zone. He can't shed the block. And a rare touchback here, 15 yards. He almost has the total amount of Minnesota Vikings offensive yards up until that point. Dalvin Cook with the carry again. Dalvin Cook angles left. Stiff arms a guy on his way to the 39. My goodness. Oh, Dalvin. Uh-oh. Holding that left shoulder. He seems to be... Oh, no. He seems to be okay. It's not the shoulder he pushed off with. It was the shoulder he got tackled on, though. So Dalvin Cook shoving off a defender and then going down awkwardly on that left shoulder. Something to look out for in this one. The field, and now it's 3rd and 6. We have a Scotty Miller sighting off to the right-hand side. Richardson, weird snap corral. It is a quick throw. Caught Scotty Miller, first down. Scotty Miller! My goodness, what a dig route by Scotty Miller. His first catch will go for 10. Can we take a look at this thing? And ladies and gentlemen, the Rams have beat the Green Bay Packers. Look at that dig route. Beautiful. The Rams have beat the Green Bay Packers earlier today. Richardson. Celebrating a bit. Aaron Rodgers, 3 picks. You love to see it. Richardson. Quick throw. Caught Tyler Johnson, and a man who has been out of Randy Replay's mouth in terms of scoring gets one, and this crowd is fired up. So, quick throw by Richardson. And my heavens, what a touchdown. Tyler Johnson. What a catch. Joey Sly's kick is good. 7-0 Minnesota. 13 plays, 91-yard drive. You love it. And coming on the blitz. And Minnesota sending pressure here today. You love to see it. Van Dyke out of the gun. Gets the snap. And he goes down. Zadarius will get the sack. And that was great coverage over the middle from Kendricks, running with the... Oh my goodness, he fought off a lineman. So Kendricks running with that little bunch formation in the middle. And apparently it was enough to have him not throw the ball. And here comes Minnesota. Another big 3rd and 17, Carolina. Van Dyke gets the snap, set up screen. And he'll be brought down short of the line to gain, and the crowd goes wild. Murphy bunting on the tag. I can't hear myself think. All right, can we shut these doors here, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, we had to shut the broadcast booth windows because this place is rocking tonight. Another good angled punt. This one will go out just shy of the 20 at the 17. So last week, Dalvin Cook, 186, having a good night tonight here in front of the hometown crowd, rather. Oh boy, here we go. I formation, Carolina. Gets the snap. Harrison Smith with a rare sack. Harrison Smith waves to the crowd. And Harrison Smith will bring down Tyler Van Dyke. He was not fooled. He kind of followed the fullback, but he's like, I got a clear path. Let me just blitz real quick, and there you have it. Big 3rd down. This time it's 3rd and goal. Minnesota will play off defense. They will drop Brian Asamoah in coverage right side. Van Dyke gets the snap. Throws right. Dropped. And a little miscommunication there. No matter how you dice it up, the Vikings caused 12 yards of loss, and they have to settle for 3. It's good. So Wright will put it through. 7-3 many times. But we've also seen him take a sack here on third down. We'll see what they do here. Richardson from the gun gets the snap. Floats one. Thielen caught over a defender or behind him, however you want to say it. Thielen lets everybody know it's a first down. And there's James Lynch on the bench. Trying to get everybody going. See what they want to do here. 5 seconds left till the end of the first. Tries to get him to jump, and that will be the end of the first. So Richardson trying to channel his inner Tom Brady. It won't work. 7-3. Minnesota still has the ball. And there are your first half stats. And it's 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal now. Minnesota caught in a weird defense. Seemed to be okay, though. Van Dyke throws right side, batted away, Murphy bunting. And they'll hold him to a 3-point attempt again. Murphy bunting, my goodness. Right. Ooh. And Booth Jr. never got off the line. It's good. He's really late there. So Wright's kick will go in. 1-point game here in Minneapolis. 10:57 left to go in the first half. Long move from the end zone. Oh, just gets throttled. And Tanner Muse goes down for their 2nd straight game. Tanner Muse holding his lower back. Of course, one of Rain to Replay's favorite defensive players on this team. And Tanner Muse will leave the field for the 2nd straight week. Oh boy. Richardson. Dalvin Cook is in the zone. Gets the snap. As a man. And it's picked off. Tyler Johnson couldn't get to the point of attack. And Horn will get a pick. Oh no. Just let him a little bit too much. And oh man. Take a look. He just took it from his hands. Oh no. 60 yards on the ground today. He's to the right of Van Dyke on the 2nd and 9. Van Dyke gets the snap. Harrison Phillips right there. Murphy Bunting bats it away again. No flags. And Harrison Phillips again so close on getting sacks here this evening. 3rd down, very important. Van Dyke, snap. Throws out of reach, incomplete, no flags. They'll hold him to 3 again. Oh my heavens. So Wright for his 3rd field goal of the day. It's up, it's good. And the Panthers will grab a 2-point lead. 9-7 now. Yeah, another big 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage. But you gotta try. And try we will. Richardson empty setback. Gets the snap. As a man, it's Thielen wide open across the middle, and how many times have we gone to that? They're almost focusing on JJ, and that has helped Adam Thielen these past couple weeks grab a whole ton of balls. Coming into this game, 24 catches plus in the last 3. And Dalvin Cook will slip a defender, and he'll brace for the big hit. 80 yards tonight. That is 9 for Dalvin. Throw left side. Caught McCaffrey. Shoved out of bounds by... And O'Connell wants a flag. He saw something on the field. One of the... Take a peek at what... it's holding. So it's holding. He wants holding. My goodness. We're going to go back on the SSN replay drone. It's holding on Zazazazadarius. So this is what Kevin O'Connell saw. You saw one of the staff members rip him back right here. It's holding. It's legit holding. He's holding him all the way around. Like, what are we doing here, refs? It's holding. That's what holding is. when you get behind the player and you're still holding him, he's got his arm hooked. And as we go over to the sideline, you see Kevin O'Connell, and the guy has to bring him back so that he doesn't get a flag or get kicked out. It's holding 100% on Zadarius, and the fix is in for Minnesota. Oh, my heavens. Go. Gets the snap. Throws. Overthrows Laporta, and it's picked off. My goodness. Christian McCaffrey. And a defense that played so well there on the first couple drives now is really tailed off, and we're getting caught out of position. And it's just not that good here this evening. And another bat away by Murphy Bunting, his third of the night. So as soon as I say it, we come up with a play. I should say it more often. Here we go. Third down again. Van Dyke, shotgun, empty set. Gets the snap. Big throw. Batted away again, Lewis Seen. We hold him to a 3-point opportunity. And Cameron Danzler was down there as well. If we ever needed a block. Kick is away. He shanked it. Wide right. It goes, it actually goes in between that little divider of the seats and that little, wow. So what a good kick, just missed it wide right, and it goes in between the seats and that little divider. Sending Cook, slot right. Gets the snap. Pump fake. He's got a man wide open, for the love of God, hit him, he did. It's JJ down to the 16. They're gonna go no huddle. They're going to go no huddle. Richardson gets the snap. Throws it again for JJ. Oh my God. Come on. JJ. A big opportunity for Justin Jefferson, and he squanders the opportunity. Richardson now from... Yeah, throws it away. So, I mean, 3rd and 10 now. Like, I mean, if we get a field goal, we lead going into the half, but I mean, we need points. We need points here. So Richardson has a minute left, 3rd and 10. Gets the snap. Flushed and throws it away. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Richardson right now, but it needs to stop. So here we go. Joey Sly, 33-yarder. Kick is away. It is good. So we lead 1 point. It's 10-9. I mean, I would argue you go for it there, but pass deflection. And by all looks and means, this is going to be a run. And it is. It is, so they will call a timeout right away. So Minnesota will get a stop. 3rd and 9. And the fans are into it once again, but 39 seconds, you're going to get decent field position. See what you get. Don't run into the kicker, please. Wong Wu gets no blocking, and oh, if he gets blocking, he gets another 5-6 yards, but just doesn't get it. So here we go. Richardson from the gun. He will survey the defense, as he usually does. Gets the snap. Throws. No flag for pass interference, as it looked like Thielen was held out there. No flags. So we go again. Dalvin Cook, wide left, wide receiver. Gets the snap. Throws middle. Caught JJ. Almost enough for the first. I mean, if you play the middle, you have to take a timeout. I mean, if you do that, you're just playing to get Joey Sly in position. I say be aggressive here. Go for the. It's 3rd down either way. Richardson will get the snap, and he going down. That won't be the fucking end of it. So, yep, another sack. on a third down. So, oh boy. Hunter Nicewander. There's just nothing Minnesota can do here. McCaffrey. And if there's any time we need a forced fumble, Tanner Muse, who left the game with an injury, will try it, but... oh boy, here we go. And I do believe this is going to be pushed back 5 yards. So Van Dyke trying to take a page out of the book of Richardson. And this, for all intents and purposes, should be the last play of the first half. McCaffrey, backfield of the I formation. Getting a good amount of yardage. They're going to take a timeout, and they're going to play for it. Minnesota. Kendrick showing blitz. He comes. Throws left. Caught. Goes out with 1 second left. And how do you do that in a man coverage? I don't understand. Excuse me. How do you do that in a man coverage? I just don't get it. And Kendricks will not guess the snap count right. Van Dyke, all the time in the world, throws it for the end zone. It's a jostle, and it will be caught down at the 3. Are you kidding me? Wow. So, that's the thing. Minnesota 1-point lead going into the half. That's also a thing. So we take a look at finals from around the league today. Go down to Tampa Bay, and the Saints pull out the victory. So Tampa loses. Big implications for the playoffs. Number 1 seed. Tennessee, losers again. They fall to 2-9. Jaguars will climb to 3-8. And other action. Cardinals will play tomorrow. My goodness. And welcome back into the booth. Not a first half to remember for your Minnesota Vikings, despite being up 10-9. It certainly doesn't feel like it. Anthony Richardson will end the first half with a QB rating of 38.3. He was 12 for 30, 40% completion percentage, 141, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. My goodness. So we'll see what they do in the second half. They're going to have to adjust, at least for Anthony Richardson's sake. Dalvin Cook, 13 carries, 82 yards. He's doing everything correctly. 5 broken tackles. Adam Thielen, 1 for 3. And Richardson, 1 for -1 on the broken play. In the receiving game, 4 for 49, Adam Thielen. 3 for 48, JJ. He had that big reception. Sam Laporta, 2 for 11. Tyler Johnson, 1 for 10. And Scotty Miller catches his second ball as a Viking for 10 yards. Nobody cares about blocking. Going to go to defense. Look at total tackles. Harrison Smith with 10. Lewis Seen with 8. Eric Kendricks with 7. And Cam Dantzler with 6. So Harrison Smith leading the team for the season and this game. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch here. Harrison Smith had 3. Jordan Hicks had 2. Kendricks, Hunter, Phillips, and Zadarius, each with 1. Sacks, Zadarius, and Harrison and Daniil Hunter each have 1. No picks in the first half. It's kind of weird to say. Pass deflections, despite having 3, Sean Murphy Bunting will be credited with 1. And a team that leads the league in overall turnovers. No forced fumbles, no picks in the first half. Joey Slye, perfect on the day, 1 for 1 from 33. And 1 for 1 on extra points. Of course, Hunter Nicewander having a bounce-back game. We will not look at his stats until the end because it could go south, kind of like Anthony Richardson has in this one. Just come out, play your game. You have a lead. Just build on it. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a moment for the second half kickoff. And Johnny Hecker, kaboom, kicks us away into the second half. Wongwu from the near the goal line will bring it up to the 20. And we'll see what the Vikings have drawn up second half. Oh, Richardson, shotgun. As a man, it's caught. JJ left side down, inside the 10 to the 9. And will we see it? No, we're not going to see it. He'll hit his dance. Whoa, hit your dance, yo. And Minnesota moves the chains. The biggest play from scrimmage here tonight comes in the third quarter. And it's that connection that we've been talking about, JJ to Richardson. It's been kind of lacking as of late. It's been more Thielen and Laporta. So from the 9, here we go. Richardson from the gun, Laporta and Cook to his left. Tries to get him to jump. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Is a give to Cook. Tough running up to the 5. That will surpass, or that will help Dalvin Cook surpass 100 yards on the night. 107. So I formation. Gets the snap. Looks. Throws it away before he takes the sack. And this offensive line having some troubles. Early and often. Oh boy. So here we go. JJ sent out wide left. Talking to Cook is Richardson. Gets the snap from the gun. Throws. Caught JJ. We get a gritty. Oh, Nelly. So they move him out and he comes in off the pick play. And we get it again. So Minnesota strikes on their first drive of the second half. He had Laporta too, but he goes for JJ, and oh man, the head coach is not happy about that one. But ours is. So Joey Sly to add the extra point, this to make it 17-9. It is good. 11 plays, 79-yard drive. A big rush by Harrison Phillips, who has almost gotten back there again. Minnesota will play press coverage across the board. Van Dyke from the gun gets the snap, looks right, throws right. Murphy Bunting with a pick. I saw it the whole way. Murphy Bunting will bring it back to the 40. So who else but Harrison Phillips and Danielle Hunter getting back there again, forcing the errant throw. Murphy Bunting. There it is. My goodness, Harrison Phillips. And Murphy Bunting finally gets his in this one. And a hyped up Anthony Richardson goes over things with Malik Willis on the sideline before trotting out with the offense. Third down has not been good to the Minnesota Vikings in terms of the blitz, and it continues here tonight. Fourth sack taken by Richardson in this one. Nice wander into punt. Booming kick, angling inside the 10, and it goes out at the 8. Out at the 6. My goodness. And that is the Hunter Nice wander we're used to seeing. Pin him deep. Good job. So here we go. This is huge. Near formation. Van Dyke gets the snap, gives it to McCaffrey. He'll walk in. My goodness. And Jordan Hicks took the wrong gap. That'll be 17-15. And they're going to go for 2. They're going to leave the offense out there and go for 2 here. Minnesota will plug up the middle. James Lynch out there on this one. Weird snap corral. Throws left. Wide open. Because why wouldn't he be? We got a tie game. 3:22 left to go here in the third. And who else but Moore? 13 plays, 94-yard drive. And Van Dyke. 5 for 13 and a touchdown. My heavens. Oh. And again, Nice wander comes into punt. Oh my heavens. Nice wander. With a nice wander down to the 2. And Hunter can't miss. My goodness. If that was a buck, it'd be a 10-pointer down to the 2. So now if you're Minnesota, you're licking your lips at this opportunity. The only thing is, you cannot overcommit here. You cannot overcommit here. Big play here for the Vikings. I formation. Give is to McCaffrey. McCaffrey safety, Minnesota. It's a user for Jordan Hicks, and we take the lead. They're going to give it to Brian Asamoah. Brian Asamoah, playing for an injured DJ Wanham, gets Minnesota Vikings safety. Well, gets the Minnesota Vikings their first safety. Whoa, Nelly. So Joey Porter will return this one. He's not going to have too much room to work with. Tries to cut it across. He'll get up to the 33. So a safety coming across, the first one in the franchise for the Minnesota Vikings. My heavens. Kind of put a wrench into that play, and here we go. Richardson from the gun. Talks to Cook. Gets the snap. He's got a man. Left side, it's JJ. And JJ gets tripped up. Oh, down to the 8. He gets tripped up. And he points for the first down. So JJ coming back into his own here this evening, and Richardson finding him. That's the more important thing here. So long he's been overthrowing Justin Jefferson, who has now entered the proverbial zone. We'll see what they want to do here. First and goal from the 8. Richardson gets the snap. Throw across the middle. Caught JJ. JJ angling, fighting, clawing, scratching down to the 3. They'll go no huddle. So they are going no huddle here are the Vikings. Trying to take as much time off the clock as they can as well. Thielen will be sent in motion left to right. Richardson will talk to the offensive line before he awaits the snap. Gets it, gives it to Cook. Cook down into the end zone. Minnesota scores back-to-back plays. The safety and the touchdown. And Dalvin gets skinny, as it's called in the business, in between the defenders. Oh, actually, Wingate kind of pushes him, so he gets a little help from his friends. And Dalvin Cook will score another touchdown on the season. There's the defense reacting. And now they have to get back to work. So 25-17, this to make it 26. Kick is away. It's good. Woo! So a 9-point game. A 2-score officially. 12:52 left to go. Defense, just do what you did last drive. Just push him back into a safety, please. It's highly unlikely, but we'll see. It's... oh boy, here we go. Minnesota. Another big opportunity. 12:52 left to go in the game. Van Dyke from his own 25. He's got McCaffrey behind him. He will get the snap. He'll look middle. Look right. Harrison Phillips again affecting the play. This will not show up on any stat column in the world, but Harrison Phillips has affected now 5 errant throws, one of them for a pick by Van Dyke. Set up screen, incomplete. Danielle Hunter back there. And Minnesota cannot be stopped. Minnesota cannot be stopped. Van Dyke will change the play. Gets the snap. Throws out of bounds, incomplete. And an errant throw. I didn't see any pressure, but either way, Minnesota forces a 3-and-out, no yards gain, pending the fake. There is no fake. The punt is good. Wong Wu will have an opportunity. Wong Wu cuts it back, tries to get fancy, not going to work. Up to the 38, he just gives up, but Minnesota now with a golden opportunity. JJ today, 8 catches, 152 and a touch. We see one gritty. In every game this season, -1. Must have said he's okay because he is just putting the team on his back, though. Putting the team on his back, though. Richardson. He's going to send Laporta in motion right to left. Gets the snap. Tosses it up for JJ. Holds on through the hit. My goodness, he finally holds on through the hit. Justin Jefferson, there's the point. And Kevin O'Connell being aggressive. JJ comes back for the ball, holds on through the hit. Of course, when he enters into that zone, he is one of the dangerous receivers in the NFL. And he's showing it here. Minnesota with a big opportunity. Gets the snap. Gives it to Cook, who will bounce off defenders like a pinball up to the 7. So 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal now. Minnesota. Under center. It is Richardson. He's going to take off. Fumbles the ball, but is picked up by Tyler Johnson at the 3. My goodness. Whew, talk about a heart-stopping moment. And now if you're Minnesota, what do? You have one of your biggest opportunities in this game. 3rd and 3. Tries to get him to jump. It's not going to work. Gives it to Cook. And he will not get it. So now what do? Clock continues to run. It's 4th and goal. Minnesota leaves the offense out there. They're going to go for it. Kind of ill-advised here. But what do I know? I'm just Randy Replay. Richardson gets the snap. Throws it up for... It's picked. Goes for JJ, and despite having green grass 100 yards ahead of him, Horn will down it in the end zone, and Richardson gets booed. And just never had a chance to get over the defender. So Horn pressed JJ at the goal line. That caused the interception. So it's still a 9-point game. 9:52 left to go. 3 minutes after the Vikings last touch the ball. Danielle Hunter down at the 6. Bah! Danielle Hunter will get his 2nd of the game, and he's been getting back there all night. He's just... Okay, he rolled off. Okay, I was going to say, he just drove him into the ground, but he didn't. Minnesota. He's got a defense they think will do good in this situation. Van Dyke out of the gun. He will call an audible, like he did the previous play. Gets the snap. Looks right. Throws left. Caught and tripped up just barely by Harrison Smith. Oh boy, he kind of tripped there, but it'll be all right. We'll make it work. So here we are. Tyler Van Dyke gives it to McCaffrey, who has a touchdown tonight. He'll get ripped down prior to the line to gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 5. Tyler Van Dyke will go into the shotgun. Gets the snap. Being bounced around are the Vikings, and I mean, he turns his back to Robbie Anderson. What in the world was that? Eli Ricks, whether you're a rookie or not, you know to play the ball. Don't turn your back to the wide receiver. This to make it 26-24. They forego the 2-point conversion. It is good. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. So Minnesota 9 for 9 was Tyler Van Dyke playing like who knows who. Joe Montana reincarnated out here. And now Minnesota has an opportunity to put this thing away, but oh, big hit. And Wongwu is slow to get up. Big hit from behind, no flag. We'll talk to the offensive line. Gets the snap. Flushed. Throws. Caught. JJ holds onto the ball. He's still moving. He gets out of bounds. I mean, you hate that he got out of bounds, but it is what it is. And sword fighting. He wants the fans to come alive. They do for a little bit here. Panthers are showing man as they send a man with Thielen, and Dalvin will bounce off a couple defenders up to the 33. And that is where Minnesota has a decision to make. 3rd and 4 now. The snap count or the play clock 1 second before the game clock. So they have to run a play here. They got to get one away. Making adjustments like he normally does across the line. Gets the snap, does Richardson. Throws incomplete. My goodness. Ugh, so intended for Laporta. Just shy of the 2-minute warning. 50-yarder for Joey Sly. Snap, the spot. The kick. Oh, wow, that is good. So the 2-minute warning hits. And we have a nail-biter. 5-point game. Now the defense. It's up to you. 29-24 Minnesota, 1:59 left to go in regulation. McCaffrey, 111 yards on the ground, 24 through the air, 135 total. And here we are. Big drive. Gets the snap. Throw left, caught, 2-yard gainer. They're going to give him 1, so we'll take it. We will take it. Vikings will drop Za'Darius in coverage. Big throw. He's going to throw it away. Good coverage down the field. The pressure's starting to get there. 3rd and 9 now. So here we are. 3rd and 9. Big drive. One of the biggest plays of the day for the Vikings. Van Dyke out of the gun. Gets the snap. Throws left. Caught. Not going to get it. We'll see if they want to go for it or not. They will. They're going to go for it. 4th and 9. He was out of bounds. 4th and 9, sorry. Incomplete. Big throw. Murphy Bunting bats it away. No flags. They got tangled. That could be. Uh-oh. What? Murphy Bunting is down. That could be your dagger. Is Murphy Bunting okay? Can we get uh-oh. Maybe he walks off the field. Maybe he's just playing possum, but that could have been your dagger. We've seen stranger things in the NFL. Dalvin Cook up the middle just has to get 2 first downs. That's all you got to do here. Carolina takes a timeout. 29-24. Apparently an incompletion. Thought he caught it. He didn't. Dalvin cuts right. Dalvin down to the 10. Dalvin Cook, a shoestring tackle away from a touchdown. His 2nd of the day would not be. And Minnesota has an opportunity. Hey, that rhymed. Okay. Here's the situation, folks. 29-24. 1:30 left to go. 1 timeout for the Panthers from the 10. Dalvin. Great blocking up the middle. Dalvin will shed a tackle down to the 2. And Minnesota, pending any weirdness, we have to say it, all intents and purposes has 2 or 3 times to get this in to seal the deal. Run goes to Dalvin. Oh, and he gets taken down. So Dalvin gets taken down. Shaquille Griffith, I do believe. 3rd and goal. From the 3. Third and goal from the 3. Turns, gives to CJ, who will get swarmed. And that'll bring up 4th and goal. So 4th and goal, it's a no-brainer here. Kevin O'Connell will keep the offense out. He can bring this thing within a decent amount. 10 seconds. Obviously, you want it to be a little different. You wanted to score on 1st, but here we are on 4th. With a good opportunity here. Minnesota gets the snap, does Richardson, throws across the middle, caught, Thielen, touchdown. There is your dagger. That will be the end of the game. Thielen holding it like a baby because he is our Minnesota baby. Anthony Richardson throwing a dart and Thielen holding on, the more important thing. That will seal the deal here tonight. And we will take a look at what this means for the playoffs. As the Bucks have lost, I do believe it would be, as Joey Sly kicks us to a 36-24 lead. I do believe it will depend on the tiebreakers. And I do believe the Bucks would still edge out the Vikings, but we would be tied for 1st. As Joey Sly will kick it into the midnight sky. Just about midnight here, 10:30 p.m. and here we go. Minnesota plays off defense. They're only going to run 3. Van Dyke needing a miracle. It's a Hail Mary play. Van Dyke waiting for the opportune moment. He heaves it. It is caught. Are you kidding me? It's not going to matter, but my God. They go to that twice and they get a catch. Either way, 5-4-3-2-1 victory. And just things, it doesn't matter. We still won the game, but it doesn't feel. I'll get into it here in a minute. Hold on. Okay. Had to get the Gallarhorn there. I'll make one of my own. Minnesota. Defense came up big when they needed it. And they pull out the victory here, 36-24. As we welcome you back into the booth. What a game. Randy Replay swears live on the air again. I'll probably get fined. Please don't suspend me. It's about to be playoff season. Let's get into these player stats, shall we? For Minnesota, Anthony Richardson will end the game on a 67.7 QB rating. He was 25 of 50. Hey, that is 50% completion percentage. I hope you know how to do that math. If not, you need to look over here. 348 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. So he's got 33 touchdowns, 34 picks on the year. He's a rookie. I get it. He should be better next season, but we'll see. But ice cold veins when it mattered most here this evening. Dalvin Cook, full day, 39 carries, 186, and just 1 touchdown. Kept out of the end zone in the second half. My goodness. Anthony Richardson, 2 carries, -1 yards. CJ Ham, 1 for nothing, going for gold there on the 3rd down. Adam Thielen, 1 run, 3 yards off the end of round. JJ leads the team in catches for the first time in probably 3 games. 10 catches, 215 and a touchdown. Adam Thielen, 7 for 63 and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 3 for 32. Sam Laporta, 3 for 18. Tyler Johnson, 1 for 10 with a touchdown. He's having a down year. Thielen, Jefferson, and Johnson went for 100 plus, 1,000 plus last season, and Tyler Johnson is being left in the dust this season. Of course, we had Kirk Cousins last year, and hopefully that changes. Scotty Miller got his 2nd catch in purple, 1 for 10. Nobody cares about blocking. Gonna go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's a triple-double. Harrison Smith, Lewis Cine, Cam Dantzler. Actually, a triple-triple. Triple-double. I'm an idiot. Harrison Smith with 14 tackles, Lewis Cine with 13, Cam Dantzler with 10. For those of you that don't get the triple-double reference, that is what Randy Replay calls 3 defensive players with double-digit tackles. Oddly enough, they're all defensive backs. Eric Hendricks with 9, Jordan Hicks with 8, Eli Ricks with 7, Zadarius Smith, and Murphy Bunting with 5. After that, it kind of trails off, so we'll save a little bit of time. Tackles for loss, Harrison Smith had 3, Daniil Hunter, Jordan Hicks had 2, Kendricks, Asamoah, or Asamoah, however you want to say it, Phillips, Metellus, and Zadarius, each with 1. We added a sack here in the second half. Daniil Hunter ended the game with 2, Zadarius and Harrison Smith each got 1. We got a pick. We picked off Van Dyke. Sean Murphy Bunting got 1 here in the second half. Pass deflections, we had 2. 1 by Cam Dantzler, 1 by Sean Murphy Bunting, and a rarity, a game without a fumble here today. There was no block kicks. There was a defensive safety by your Minnesota Vikings, and it's Brian Asamoah playing for an injured G.J. Wanham. And, of course, no defensive touchdowns. My heavens. Joey Sly with a good day here today. 2 for 2, 100% field goal percentage. Longest from the 50. Kind of put this thing... He started the downfall of the Panthers there. 4 for 4 on extra points. Not Joey Sly. Hunter Nicewander, the story of the day in terms of special teams. 7 punts, 350 yards, netting 314, only giving up 44.8. So, there you go. Average punt, 50 yards. That's insane. 4 of them going inside the 20, 1 of them being a touchback, 2 of them being returnable. There you go. Kick returns, 5 for 107, longest of 25 for Wong Wu, and punt returns, actually Joey Porter Jr. had 1 for 5 off the safety punt. And then Kene Wongwu, 4 for 22, longest of 9 from the punt return game. In a must-win situation, the Minnesota Vikings, I alluded to it right prior to the end of the game there. It's a win, but it doesn't feel like we should be happy with it. I feel like the negatives outweighed the positives in this game. More so on the offensive side of the ball, despite scoring 36. Anthony Richardson showing in the last couple weeks that he is being a little inconsistent with his accuracy coming down the stretch. That will have to change if this team wants to go. Assuming they get to the playoffs, they only need 2 more wins to lock up. I would assume 2 more wins to lock up the division as Green Bay loses today. We'll get into everything. Playoffs, divisions, and what and such here in a minute, but I do feel the negatives outweigh the positives in this one, and despite the record being what it is, we'll take the wins, and despite the score being what it is, we will take this one 36-24. This has been a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you at the main screen, where we will preview the 2023 NFL playoff picture in just a moment. And hello and welcome back. Oh boy. We're going to get to this first. As you see at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side, Eagles have signed D'Angelo McIntosh from your practice squad. My goodness. Minnesota Vikings will lose D'Angelo McIntosh from the practice squad for the 2nd time this season. Giants have signed Chaz Surratt from your practice squad. The Minnesota Vikings will lose Chaz Surratt from the practice squad for the 2nd time this season. The Saints, or the Aints, have signed Adam Humphrey from your practice squad. And the Jaguars have signed Aaron Robinson from the Vikings practice squad. So whoever we add just gets re-signed the next week by another team. That 6'4" wide receiver still hanging around, though. Speaking about wide receivers, we got a big one here today. Arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL. Not this season, though. He's only got 1,058. I do believe JJ leads the league with 1,898. Kyle Pitts behind him with 1,557. Oh my goodness. Okay, so oh boy. Anyway, we will take a look at Las Vegas Raiders next week or next broadcast. Minnesota Vikings win 36-24, must-win opportunity against the Panthers. And now we get access to the playoff picture. If the season were to begin today, here's what it would look like. The Broncos, the number 1 seed in the AFC. The number 2 seed, the Browns. The number 3 seed, the Patriots. The number 4 seed, the Colts. The number 5 seed, those gosh darn Jets. The number 6 seed, I almost said San Diego, the Los Angeles Superchargers of Anaheim. And the number 7 seed, the defending, reigning Super Bowl champions, the Cincinnati Bungles of Ohio. In the NFC, it's a little bit different, as just about every team from the NFC South is in. The number 1 seed, of course, the Bucks. And the number 2 seed, your Minnesota Vikings, would play the Aints. It's nice. The number 3 seed, the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim. The Chargers? The Los Angeles Rams, you idiot. The number 4 seed, those America's team. How about them Cowboys? The number 5 seed, those dirty birds, the Falcons. The number 6 seed, those dang Panthers. And the number 7 seed, the Aints. Put a paper bag on your head. We hope you choke it away. Is that a little too violent? That might be a little too violent. Either way, that would be a hell of a wild card weekend if the playoffs were to end or were to begin here today. The Vikings and the Aints. How many times have we seen them play in the playoffs in recent memory? But the Bucks still hold that number 1 seed. The year isn't over yet. We got 5 games left. And we take it one game at a time. Looking around the league, Buffalo 3-8 on the year, just lost. Of course, the Falcons were on a bye. They have Washington at home. 4-7 Commanders. The Falcons. Let's see if we can find them. Where are you, Falcons? Are you kidding me? Oh, there they are against the Green Bay Packers. Down at the bottom there. So they pull the Monday night game. Minnesota against the Las Vegas Raiders. Be a 4:05 kickoff rather. And then if we take a look at the team's schedule the rest of the way, it is as follows. We are away at the Raiders. We are at home Thursday night football against the Steelers. And then away Thursday night football. 2 back-to-back weeks Thursday night football. Against the Chiefs in Kansas City. So, oh boy, QB spies aplenty. And then we end the season on a rather good note, playing the Giants, the Bears, and the Lions, oh my, at home. So, hopefully these guys are going to be sub 500 at the end of the year. But, I mean, I have us losing the Chiefs game. Other than that, maybe if we can contain Devontae Adams, we beat the Raiders. We beat the Raiders, 100%. If we can contain Devontae Adams. Our corners are a little slow, and they don't really do good against top-tier wide receivers. So we will be playing that deep zone for sure. And then the Steelers, we just have to mitigate TJ Watt, of course. Chiefs, we have to not let Mahomes get too far outside. Giants, we don't really have to do much against them to get the W. The Bears contain Justin Fields, and the Lions, well, we'll let the Lions beat the Lions as they have this franchise. That is about it. That is about it. What you see is what you get here. Whew. In terms of, actually, we can check the division, and we can see if we clinched yet. We have not. 8-3. We are tied with the Bucks So they have it based on the tiebreakers, whatever that may be. On a 1-game losing streak, Minnesota on a 3-game winning streak. When it means the most, who do the Bucks play next week? That's going to be very, very important. Everybody in Minnesota is going to be a Miami fan. As the 7-4 Dolphins, it'll be the Battle of Florida down there in the Bay. So Miami, you need to beat Tampa Bay, and Minnesota needs to beat Las Vegas. That is how we get the #1 seed this season. And of course, Atlanta needs to beat Green Bay to help us out a bit. I mean, we beat the Panthers to help them out. Maybe they can return the favor. Hopefully, as we are running away with this division, Minnesota 8-3, the Bears 4-7, Packers 4-7, and the Lions are 3-8. We have filibustered for long enough. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings victorious, week number 12, 36-24 over the Carolina Panthers. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you. Wait for it. In the next one.